Hello guys, welcome back to another video on GT7. Back again at Spa, but in Group 3 this time, and as you see, we are going to be starting from the back. This video was recorded, well, this video has been commentated after I have actually created my new team, but I'm going to do a separate video for my new team, and yeah, basically that's how it is. So if you see that I'm in, obviously I'm still RTR classified, but I've obviously made my own new team, so yeah, just to let you guys know. So yeah, basically in the start of this race we are going to be starting down in P15 as we do not have a time actually set. I believe this was my first race on, but we'll see very soon on how we do. So we do start in P15 behind JT and the rest of the pack, as you see. Varnish was in, I think, last video, not last video, the from Spa last week, but if I believe. But you know, coming down to the most famous corner, El Rouge. I'm ready on the Kemmel straight. Obviously, JT and this Belgium guy are having a bit of a little battle there, but obviously JT getting through, and up to P13 he goes. And yeah, we kind of lose a bit of time, but as you see, the Supra's pace on the straight is unreal. So that's why I went into the Supra. Obviously, the GTR is good in the corners, but as you see, not really being as good as we think. But obviously, different drivers have different standard of racing as they choose different cars. Yeah, coming down this section here, getting really close to the Belgian guy here, trying to force our way through, but there's just nowhere to go as of yet. That GTR looks very big, especially the rear. As you see, the GTR actually goes. Turns right on a straight there into Barrier, and coming around the pull on now. And yeah, basically right here I've clipped it. I don't know why. But as you see, I paused it for a second, and for some reason, obviously I was a bit slow. The Greek guy got through. But as you see there, we're going to go on board with him. Dobby turns left on a straight as well, and rip him. And as he pulls over to the right hand side, lets everyone through and continues his day. Unfortunately for him, he's going to have a bit of damage, so you have to recover for a couple of minutes and get back to his racing standard. But as you see, we're down to P14, well, where we started. Well, I think so. And obviously we've got this primitive blast to get past first. Well, as I say first, it's another move to make. As you see, he's in the 911, very strange pick to make. As you see here, going very close to him, bumping him out of the way nearly. And here I just wait for him because, you know, I don't want to take someone out and just not wait. So I almost took him out there, but somehow he saved it. And yeah, you see the Dobby guy is right behind us as well. Unfortunately, as you see here, the Supra's power on that main straight there just shows like it is the meta car for this race. Well, the GTI is also one of the meta cars, but the Supra is a lot better in the race as well, obviously because of its speed, especially when it's in slipstream against the GTR. The GTR doesn't really have any twists to make when the Supra is behind, but yeah, up into P13 we go, obviously, and obviously we've got these two battling behind as well as me. I'm leading this little group, but we are so far away from the leading pack. It's actually unreal. So we did have to make a bit of time up. Obviously you're gonna see if we can do it in the next couple of laps, get towards this JT guy in front. But yeah, we do. I think we do. I do believe we do skip to where. You see, start of lap 3. We're already catched towards this leading group. It is quite spaced out. As you see the top right hand of your screen. But we are starting to catch very quickly towards this little group ahead. But again, not really much battling going on as far. For this first race of this video. This is a quite a long video, so obviously hope you guys are sitting down, chillaxing, also eating something to eat, you know, hydrating yourself as you should. But yeah, as you see, we're going purple in that first sector there. As you can see, we do have a lot more cleaner lines than this guy in front. Again, also in the 911 as well. I don't know what people was thinking to be in the Porsche. I see there as well, JT having a 0.5 second penalty, I believe that is, if my eyes are correct. And now coming towards this left-hander as well, you see JT actually clipping the grass there, going onto the other side, and then out of nowhere, just absolutely RKO's him out of nowhere. Unfortunate for the German there. We're just going to go on board with JT here as he obviously runs onto the grass here, and he just aims for him here, I believe. And obviously it's not nice to see, especially from a British driver as well. Because you know, if you've ruined your part of your race, you can't just ruin someone else's. It's a bit stupid, really. And he leaves as well, which is very annoying. I'm assuming for the German that got took out as well. But yeah, coming to the start of the last lap here, we obviously are up into 10th, so we have gained a few positions, but it hasn't really been the best of races for us as far. I believe if we didn't really have that little mistake at the start where we were so far behind, as you see, we're 14 seconds only behind the leader. I believe we would have been with that. I would say we'd be in the lead of that group there. Obviously, the leader is out by far, so congrats to him. Obviously, he's won by far, as you can see. So Varnish in second as well. But yeah, the group is only just up ahead, so we could easily get a few positions, maybe another few. But you know, the impossible is always possible, as they say. But yeah, no. So in P10, obviously, but not much else happening as yet. We are catching up very, very quickly to this German up ahead. But I don't think it's going to be enough to get into P9. Maybe. But maybe we might spin out. You never know. I don't know if you guys have been watching my YouTube shorts. They have been going on pretty well. I did actually fumble the bag. I was second in one of my shorts. Last corner, the bus stop chicane, absolutely spun. Done a spinella. And yeah, went down to P5, which was quite unfortunate. Got quite a lot of attention though, so it was funny. But yeah, no. So obviously, again, coming around here, basically coming towards the very long straight before the bus stop chicane. So yeah, obviously going purple here again. Varnish actually having a fastest lap of a 20.1, very slow. For the start of this week compared to the races you will be seeing. I believe, well, I believe I've been quicker as well throughout the week. Obviously, you guys probably see that I have been doing streams majority of this week. But yeah, no. So coming to the last corner, as you see here, we got so close to the group ahead, but not much really happened. So we're going to come home in a GCP 10. Do get the fastest lap though. I think it was a 19.7. So we was definitely quicker than the whole group. But yeah, start off race not too bad, but it could have been a lot better. But anyway, let's get into the next race for this video. So yeah, race number 2. I don't know if we did set a time. We did set a time. It's actually a 2-minute 18.2. Very quick time as of that time. It was, I believe, I was in the top 50 in the world, but eventually I did go down towards like nearly the bottom of, well, the bottom of the top 100. So I was sad around 90th to 100th here. I can't really remember. But you see, we're still repping the RTR, but obviously this was recorded before the team that I made, and obviously the retirement of the RTR for me. But you know, so starting this race in P2. So very sudden change here. So going from starting basically last up to P10 to now P2. So yeah, we do start this race pretty well. Obviously, everyone keeping it nice and clean in the first corner, and yeah, now it's the long run down to El Rouge and Radion. And yeah, let's see how we do. We do have a really poor exit out of turn one. I see Silent ahead has pulled ahead quite a bit, and obviously got Valkyrie behind us, literally haunting us in his presence, and obviously the rest of the pack as well. So we're gonna have to be quite defensive here. But as you see, Valkyrie already moves to the inside here. Is he gonna get the job done? I do go a bit too deep there, so he's gonna get the job done on the outside there. Good move from Valkyrie, the man, the myth, the legend. And now we're down to P3, so we're gonna have to make up more time in this race to get towards P1. So yeah, let's see how we do. So obviously got Arctic Racer behind us as well. He's been fine all week. Good racer, quite clean as well. He does say sorry for mistakes that he does make, as everyone should. But yeah, no, we also have Oscar Kevin C as well. I didn't realise he was in the race as well until now. But yeah, GG's to him as well. Obviously, like I said, I'm sorry for leaving RTR. Whoever's in the video actually watching right now. But obviously, I've moved on to bigger things and I've made myself a new team. Speaking of that, Valkyrie turns left on a straight. Let's go back on board with him there. Just about clipping that and unfortunately losing control. Hitting barrier, but doesn't come off of it too badly as he does rejoin it back into fourth position. So yeah, now we're back into P2. So we are going to have to try and get back to Silent. But as you see, I did only just notice in that race, well in the start of this race, I was on the TCS 3. Which obviously has slowed me down quite a lot, which is quite annoying, but obviously I did put it back down to 0, and back off we go. And so yeah, so complete the first lap. We do have quite a far 1.5 second gap between me and P1. So that was my chance to try and improve and just try and better myself. As you see, coming on to the start of basic lap 3 as well, coming down to 1.4 seconds, going purple in sector 1 there. It's the Arctic Racer behind with the fastest lap. Obviously, being in the slipstream in this race does help you get an even better lap. As you see here, I go a bit wide, and obviously Arctic Racer is very far behind, but as you see, I go very deep as well. Must have had a bit of dirty tyres or something. Arctic Racer gets through just about. Obviously I have to slow up there just in case I did take him out, but he gets the job done again. We go back down to P3, and this is again another race for P2, as we was doing with Valkyrie. But yeah, at the start of lap 4, I see here coming through El Rouge and Radion, and I see Arctic Racer is actually gaining, well, pulling away from us, and it's not looking too shabby as of now, because we are down to P3, so we do need to try and get back up to Arctic Race. As you see, Silent is starting to lose a bit of time here as well, so we are starting to gain on him, having a bit of an oversteer there, a bit of a moment, maybe getting a bit of pressure from Arctic Racer, as again being quite consistent here, but we do eventually start to catch up quite close to this group here, so this is basically going to be a battle for P1, and we're basically halfway through the fourth lap, so it's going to be maybe the whole last lap is going to be battles for P1. Actually, RTR Kevin C is actually into P4. Unfortunately, Valkyrie left, as you see, probably beforehand. Again, probably had quite a poor race, but unlucky for him. But you see, coming through, I think this looks the college. I think it's College's Corner or something like that. And yeah, it's kind of spacing out a tiny bit again, which we don't really want to happen. We don't want Silent to be in that rhythm again, because he, again, like he did at the start of the race, he just left us for bread, or left us for dead, as they should say. I'm quite tired, by the way, guys. I'm a bit ill as well. I would like to point out, but as you see here, coming round the left-hander here, coming towards the bus stop chicane. It again is very spaced out, but now it's, as you see, Coming around here, as you see, they get quite a poor exit. Um, I think personally, so this is basically my time to shine. If I get a good exit out of this turn one, then this race is definitely on. Coming around first corner here, and it is very close, as you see. Going on a cinematic cam, and Arctic Racer is right on Silence bumper. You see Bob there, one of the stewards, not flinching a slight there. But yeah, coming through El Rouge and Rayon, as you see, very close right here. Getting the slip of Silent and Arctic Racer. We're going to pull to the outside of Arctic Racer. Arctic Racer is going to get pulled to the outside of Silent. Going to go 3 wide, just a glimpse there. And me and Arctic Racer going 2 wide through. No, this is Lecombs. And we're going to stay side by side. He's going to push us a bit wide, but it's okay. We're going to stick just behind Arctic here. So the battle is still on for P2 or P1. As you see, Kevin C has actually catched up because of how much that affected us. Loss of time a lot there. And unfortunately, now it's going to turn into a 4-man battle for basically P1. Obviously, Silent has got away a lot there out of that little mistake me and Arctic had, but it is what it is. The battle is still on for P2. So yeah, coming through this section here, it's probably one of my favourite sections, even though we've had this race now for 2 weeks running. Obviously it's group 3, but yeah, as you see, we're still on Arctic Racer for the final lap of this race. Are we going to go for a move on the very long straight before the bus stop? That is going to be down to here if we get a better exit, as obviously we're going to be in the slipstream as well. So yeah, here we go. So the slip is on. We are in the slip. We are gaining ever so slightly, and now we're going to start to gain in that gear 6. And as you see, coming a bit wide there, but we're going to be very close to Arctic Race. We're going to move to the outside here. We're going to try and late break him, but it doesn't really work. We're going to try and go for a better move, better exit. Arctic Racer does have a bit of a lag spike there, but we do get a better exit. Are we going to get P2? Not quite, and we do settle for a P3. I did enjoy that race, even though I lost a position there. So GG's to all you guys in that race. I did very much enjoy that. But anyway, let's get on to the final race of this video. So yeah, moving on to race 3 of this video, we are in P2 again, behind Silent, but we do have another driver of Nilo behind us, the South African driver, and obviously we've got Arctic Racer, Kevin C, unfortunately not Valkyrie this time. We did turn our TCS off this time, thank God. I don't know why it always does that, can someone please tell me why? But yeah, I text Silent in this little part of the race saying good luck, because he is going to need some good luck because we are behind him, and we're going to give him that classified pressure, as he should know. Yeah, no, starting this race in P2. Hopefully we do have a bit of a better race this time around. Maybe it might just turn for the making. We don't know. Maybe we get last. You know, so coming out of turn 1, very poor exit from me, and as you see, Silent has already gained over a second on coming up to El Rouge. This is not what you want happening at the start of your races, because you're going to be out of slipstream straight away. They're going to have that advantage, and basically I'm going to be under threat from the other guys. But coming to the end of lap 1, as you see here, we do gain back to Silent, and this is good for us basically. So coming out of turn 1, we try and get a bit of a better exit, which we kind of do towards Silent. So we are within the slipstream range. We hit the barrier there, unfortunately, a bit, but it is what it is. We're still within the slipstream range, so we just have to get El Rouge and Radion right, and we do successfully. And yeah, we're now catching on Silent on this Kemmel Straight, coming towards this comms, and Coombs or whatever it's called. I don't know how you pronounce it, but anyway, coming around here, Coombs, we are very much closing on Silent. As you see, we have pulled a gap to wall away from the group behind. So now it's just a 1v1 between me and the Spaniard of Silent. And by the way, this is only on lap 2 as well, so we could mess up, he could mess up, we do not know. So yeah, coming down towards P1 now. Again, he starts getting away from me again. But all things stay the same. Start of lap 3, as you see, we do go purple, but we're still behind Silent. We're still within that slipstream range. We're not really going for a move as such yet. You see, he's going to go a bit defensive here. This is probably the closest we've been with him so far, as of these last two races, basically. And it's just me against him now. I do have a really bad mess up here, as we literally took that corner terribly. And again, the gap starts pulling away again. But again, start at lap 4. We're still behind Silent. We're still with him. We got 19.1 in that lap. I was very happy with, as of the time. Yeah, starts to go very deep in turn 1. We're going to go side by side with Silent here. Going to get a pretty decent exit as well. He's just going to edge forward a tiny bit. So yeah, now it's a race down to El Rouge. As you see, my guy, the steward Bob, is not flinching as 2 cars are going rapido towards El Rouge. But as you see, we're going to be right behind Silent. We're going to pull to the outside. We're going to have the momentum on this straight, just pulling that extra mile an hour or so ahead, and we're just going to be ahead, but he's going to break a bit later there. He's going to keep the inside. We're going to go to a little cut back here. Nothing really works out for us here. Obviously coming through Lacombs, but coming down to the hairpin here, are we going to go for a cheeky move? He's not going to go defensive, but he does cover it pretty well. But here, what happens is, he has a bit of a mess up. He nearly dies, and I saved the guy. I saved Silent. He does let me through though, thankfully. But I did save him there, so he better thank me. I'm assuming he thanked me in the end of the race. I think he did thank me at the end of the race. But we do get through and get that P1. But we still have him behind us, coming towards this little section here. My favourite section. It's very, very tight with me. We'll see the guys behind are starting to catch as well. But not much else happening as far. But he's still on me, so I do have to watch out. I can't make any mistakes at this stage of the race. But unfortunately, we do classified things, and we do gain over a second towards Silent, and we do get a nice juicy P1. Finally getting a P1 in a video. That I actually enjoyed that race. But yeah, guys, if you did enjoy the video, please hit that like button. Also subscribe if you're new. And I'll be bringing out the new team video as soon as I can. I'll see you later, guys, and have a good rest of your day.